I'm Lieutenant Hagner, Campbell County Sheriff's Office. The reason I stopped you is you were speeding and you're failing to maintain proper lane of travel. Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance on you?
Yes, I do.
I noticed there's an odor of alcoholic beverage coming from the vehicle. How much have you had today?
I haven't had any alcohol.
Are you sure?
Positive.
How about some marijuana? Have you smoked any of that today?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, due to the fact that I smell some odor of alcoholic beverage and I smell some odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle, I'm going to get you to turn your vehicle off and go ahead and step out for me. You just leave the keys in the car for me.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to step up here. Here's what I'm going to get you to do, okay? I'm going to get you to pretend that there's an imaginary line in front of you. In fact, there's a line in front of you. What I'm going to get you to do is take your left foot and place it on that line. Take your right foot, place it directly in front, touching heel to toe. Keep your hands down by your side and do not move or start until I tell you and explain, okay? When I get you to begin, you're going to walk 9 steps, counting out loud, down this line. When you get to your 9th step, keeping your lead foot on the line, make a series of small steps, and come back heel to toe 9 steps, counting out loud. I'm going to show you what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, so on till 9, keeping that lead foot on the line. Come back. 1, 2, 3, so on till 9. When you begin the test, what I'm going to get you to do is keep your eyes on your feet, count your steps out loud, arms by your side, and do not stop the test until you've completed it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Whenever you're ready, you may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ten.
Circle and go back.
Oh.
There you go.
Man, this is not a good look.
You're fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right. Just so you know, you had 2 out of 8 clues on that test.
I did?
You did.
To fail?
Well, it's not to pass or fail. It's proof impairment.
Oh,
But
that's good.
You had 2 of 8 clues.
So what were the clues that I failed on? Or that I...
You stopped on your step 9, and then when you did your turn, you didn't do it correctly.
Oh.
When you did your 9th step, it's supposed to be, when you get to your 9th step, make a series of small steps and come back. So as you walk down the line, you get to your 9th step, you're supposed to slowly come around like this and come back. 1, 2, 3, so on till 9. So you had 2 of 8 clues on that test.
And I'm not even impaired.
When you begin this test, I'm going to get you to raise whichever foot you feel more comfortable 6 inches off the ground, keeping it parallel with the ground, counting out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. It's going to look like this. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. When you begin this test, you're just going to keep counting until I tell you to stop. All right? When you begin this test, I'm going to get you to keep your eyes on your raised foot, count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, arms by your side, and keep both legs straight. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, you may begin whenever you are ready.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012, 1013, 1014, 1015, 1016, 1017, 1018, 1019, 1020, 1021, 1022, 1023, 1024, 1025.
All right, you can put your foot down. Bravo!
So are there any clues? So what clues would you look for in that test?
There's 4, okay? So swaying, put your foot down, hopping, arms for balance. Okay? So for that one, it's a 30-second time test, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 4 clues. And if I have 2 clues, I know that there's a probability of impairment. It's not a pass or fail. A lot of people think that it's pass or fail for field sobriety.
Right.
The whole purpose of field sobriety is to see if there's impairment. If there's impairment or signs of impairment or possible signs of impairment, then that's what we're acting upon. We're not acting upon, well, you failed the test.
Right.
I know that said, people say, oh, I failed. No, there were signs of impairment. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Because if I graded you pass or fail, I mean, that's subjective.
Right.
Whereby if there's signs of impairment, that's
objective.
Correct.
Yes, that makes sense. Cool. But you could pass or fail the breathalyzer.
Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, the legal limit in Virginia is 08.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're under an 08, you technically pass.
Yeah.
but there's no presumptive level from a .05 to a .07.
Right.
So technically, you can still be arrested for DUI.
So in that blood test that you get with if you were being pulled over for suspected cannabis use, what results do you look for in the blood test? Is there a specific level of cannabis, or is it any trace in your blood test and your clock then?
So what I look for is, was there cannabis in the system? What a Commonwealth and DFS looks for is completely different.
Okay.
Realistically, if we did the field sobriety, I always do it the same way. I do HGN, which is the horizontal gaze nystagmus test. That takes about a minimum of 108 seconds.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that one on you. It also might mess with your eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Then what we do after that would be the walk and turn test. It's building blocks. So my foundation is HGN. Then we get to that first floor where we're building walls. That's your walk and turn, and then your one leg stand. At the end of those 3 tests, if you have clues on each 3 or all 3 of those, there's an 88% probability of impairment.
Okay.
So out of that 88% probability of impairment, that's where I would offer you the PBT, or if, I have to by law, and you have the right to refuse that, but I have to offer you the PBT. After that, though, I would determine if I'm going to arrest you or not.
Okay.
So marijuana, again, is a little bit different than alcohol. There's not like a PBT for marijuana.
Right.
So you can't just go, all right, blow into this and, oh, you got this much marijuana in your system.
Exactly.
What you would do at that point is you'd take those tests. You would determine if there is probability of impairment. After the completion of that, I'd place you under arrest. I'd come back here. I'd get a blood draw kit. I'd take you to the hospital and do a blood draw. If you say I'm not going to give it to you, you're going to get charged with an unreasonable refusal, because you have to. If you're licensed in Virginia or not, you are required, as part of the agreement with the state of Virginia, you are responsible and have to provide breath, blood, or both. So at that point, you get an unreasonable refusal. I'd issue what's called a search warrant for your blood, and then I'd take you up to the hospital and draw blood.
Okay. So that seems like it takes a bit of time.
It takes a while.
So that's a big resource. I feel like if you pull someone over, then how much time does it normally take to conduct, let's say, a cannabis related traffic stop with the blood test and everything?
So start to finish, standard DUI. Let's just say a basic DUI. We're probably looking hour on the roadside.
Wow.
If we have to go get blood, probably another hour, and then about 2 hours for the paperwork.
Wow. So
I'm looking at about 4 to 5 hours in total.
Okay.
From start to finish with the report. Now, when it's alcohol, like I've gotten them down to where it's like 3 hours, just because it's not super complex and things like that. But I mean, realistically, like a DUI is going to take a few hours to do everything from start to finish.
So let's say that's 4 hours. Well, I guess since you work in specific traffic related stops, it's not really a resource that's pulled off the road somewhere else.
Well, it is, because I'm a lieutenant on the road. So I'm not deputy where I just get to go and do traffic stops all day. I have to run a shift, and I go out there and be proactive and try to enforce to make sure the citizens of Campbell County are safe, right? So when I go out and I do that and I get tied up for 4 or 5 hours, luckily I have a really good sergeant, and she takes over for me while I'm gone. Some places don't have that. Some places, like let's say Brookneal, they have one officer working at a time. So that one officer is now tied up for multiple hours.
Right.
That's a resource drain on them, especially smaller departments. Now, of course, we're not the largest department in the world, so it does strain some. But again, it comes down to time management, right? So if I get a DUI at 4 o'clock, or let's say 2 o'clock in the morning, I know that DUI is going to tie me up for a few hours. So what I typically will do is I'll get that paperwork all done. I'll get it to dispatch. I'll get it turned in, visa, and all that. After that point, I will actually put a hold on that. I'll do the basic narrative. I'll put it on hold, or I'll have to work on it as I have time, because calls for service still come out. Calls don't stop, and of course, my dedication is to the citizens first. So after the calls, in between calls, different things like that, I'm working on the paperwork. So it does take a little bit of time.
So tell me, at the beginning of that, when you pulled me over and stopped, you had asked if I had any marijuana or smoked anything. How often is it that are people honest with you and say, yeah, I may have smoked a joint? Okay, interesting.
A lot of people are honest.
Because I was not.
Right. Well, you weren't actually smoking, but But no. Traditionally, most people are honest.
Okay.
I would say there's been a couple times where people are like, no, man.
Right.
I don't do that. Like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
But most people are honest about it.
Okay.
They're like, yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
I did something. Okay, cool. We can work with that. Like I can work with that all day long. I
Yeah.
would rather you be honest with me, because at the end of the day, my job is not to go over here and get 1,000 convictions. My job is to keep the roadway safe.
Right.
And that's what every cop's job is. The job is to keep people safe. You have a family. You have a family. We all have a family. Like I want to make sure you get to go home to your family, just like the person that's driving the car that has some alcohol or THC in their system. Like at the end of the day, we can get past all the rest. I just want to make sure people are safe.
Yep.
That's the whole point. It's not to, slap your wrist. It's hey, listen, you messed up. I get it. But you're safe now.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from ABC 13 News.